Cape buffalo, the silent power of the savannah. Beneath the African sky, the savannah stretches like an endless golden carpet. Here, countless species coexist within nature's symphony: lions, elephants, antelopes, and cheetahs, all contributing to the rhythm of life. And within this vast space, a massive silhouette moves slowly into view, carrying the silent authority of a true ruler. This is the Cape buffalo, a symbol of strength and steadfast resolve on the African savanna. With a massive body and sweeping curved horns like a living shield, they move in tightly bound herds, protecting one another from every threat. In a wild world shaped by constant change, the Cape buffalo does not merely survive. It stands as a pillar of the savanna, where collective strength becomes the true key to survival. With a rugged appearance, deep and steady eyes, and a heavy, deliberate stride, it stands as a symbol of raw power. In a world ruled by strength, the Cape buffalo hunts no one, yet fears nothing. It exists as a living part of the soul of the vast savanna. It is known as the Black Leader, because its power lies not in aggression, but in unwavering horns and an indomitable collective strength. Every step of a Cape buffalo herd is a declaration of the power of unity, of an unbreakable spirit that has allowed them to endure this harsh land for thousands of years. An adult Cape buffalo weighs between 500 and 900 kilograms, with large males sometimes exceeding 1 ton. Standing over 1.5 meters tall and stretching 3 meters in length, its massive body rises like a living rock amid the golden sea of grass, where strength and calmness merge as one. At the crown of its head, massive horns curve outward before meeting at the forehead to form a thick bony shield. This horn structure is hard as stone, a natural armor that absorbs impact and protects the head from powerful blows delivered by rivals. The horn boss can grow up to 10 centimeters thick, strong enough to withstand tremendous impact. When it charges, weight combined with momentum creates an overwhelming force. This is not merely a weapon, but a declaration of strength and unwavering resolve in the natural world. Under the blazing sun, 2 imposing figures move closer, carrying the presence of kings of the grasslands. There is no roar, only the ground trembling softly beneath their heavy steps. Then, in a single moment, they meet, horn to horn, a greeting of strength and pride that makes the entire savanna seem to hold its breath and listen. Red dust rises into the air, bathing the grasslands in the glow of a blazing sunset. It is a ritual of strength and resolve, where each living being affirms its place within the endless cycle of life. The victor shows no arrogance. The defeated is not cast aside. Every confrontation is a ritual of nature, preserving order and passing strength to the next generation. In the savannah, where harshness is a given, the Cape buffalo continues to hold everything in balance. As the sun lowers and its light stretches across the land, the Cape buffalo herd moves like a dark river flowing through the sea of grass. Each step is heavy, yet rhythmic, carrying the deep pulse of life. The herd is not merely a collection of individuals, but a single, enduring force bound by ancient instinct. Within the herd, the calves are always kept protected at the center, while the adults form a living shield around them. When danger is sensed, the herd does not scatter in panic. Instead, it closes ranks, horns facing outward, rising like a solid fortress amid the sea of grass. It is this collective strength that allows them to endure in a land of constant trials. A single call from the leading buffalo becomes a signal, and hundreds of bodies move as one. Through unity, the Cape buffalo stands as one of the true symbols of natural order. The savannah is not only a place of danger, but also a stage for deep connection. The Cape buffalo is never alone, because its true strength lies in the spirit of the herd. Every step they take becomes a shared heartbeat of the savannah in motion. Cape buffalo graze on grasses and shrubs, playing a vital role in regulating vegetation. As they move, they trample old, dry grass, allowing sunlight and water to reach the soil. In doing so, seeds are given the chance to sprout. New grass emerges, and the cycle of life continues once more. It is also through their heavy footsteps that the savannah is renewed after long, dry seasons. Antelopes, zebras, and elephants return to feed on the fresh grass. In quiet persistence, the Cape buffalo becomes a guardian of life, keeping the savannah forever alive with green vitality. At midday, when heat rises from the ground, the herd moves toward watering holes. They lower themselves into the water, cooling off and coating their bodies with mud. This layer of mud protects their skin from the harsh sun, repels insects, and creates a distinctive scent that helps the herd recognize one another across the vast landscape. Each mud pool left behind after the herd moves on becomes a resting place for other species. Elephants soak themselves, hippos wallow to cool off, and water birds land to forage. These mud holes stand as proof that in nature, every living being is connected within the same flowing stream of life. As evening falls and the last light of day paints the land in gold, the herd moves back at an unhurried pace. A sense of calm settles over the savannah. Distant calls echo softly, a reminder that life here, though harsh, still holds a quiet and wondrous harmony shaped by nature. Cape buffalo are not only powerful, but also intelligent. They remember migration routes, the locations of water, fertile grazing grounds, and safe refuges. This memory allows the herd to survive long, dry seasons when the savanna is reduced to dust and wind. Along their journey of survival, they repeatedly face predators. Lions, leopards, and hyenas all understand that attacking a Cape buffalo is a gamble. A single charge from those powerful horns can force even the boldest attacker to retreat. The savanna respects those who have the courage to stand their ground. Beyond strength, the Cape buffalo also shows patience. When one member of the herd is injured, others often stay behind. They do not abandon their own. This scene reveals a natural sense of compassion, something rarely witnessed in the wild world. As dawn rises and the mist fades from their backs, the herd resumes its journey. Each step falls in rhythm with the wind, the insects, and the heartbeat of the land itself. Every day brings a new challenge, yet for them, it is also the simple fulfillment found in the act of enduring. During the breeding season, females seek sheltered places within the grasslands to give birth. Amid the whisper of wind and the scent of fresh grass, a tiny new life is born, opening its eyes to the vast world. The mother gently touches her calf with her nose, beginning the sacred bond that defines life itself. Though small, the calf quickly reveals a powerful instinct. It learns to follow its mother, to recognize the calls of the herd, and to read the signals carried by the wind. Under its mother's protection, it grows day by day, becoming an inseparable part of the savanna's endless cycle of life. When fully grown, the young buffalo merges into the herd, carrying forward the role of generations before it. Each new individual becomes a heartbeat that sustains the strength of the collective. Life here continues to circulate endlessly, like the unbroken flow of time itself. The Cape buffalo is not merely an animal, it is the heartbeat of the savanna, a testament to the power of unity and adaptation. No matter how the weather shifts or how long the dry season endures, the herd remains steadfast, sustaining the steady rhythm of life across a land without borders. On the savanna, every creature holds its own role. Lions embody power, elephants represent wisdom, and the Cape buffalo stands as a symbol of collective strength. Through their presence, the savanna maintains a fragile balance between wilderness and order. In African culture, the Cape buffalo is a source of pride. It is honored as one of the big five, alongside the lion, elephant, rhinoceros, and leopard. Not only a formidable challenge for hunters, it also stands as a symbol of an untamed spirit that never yields. Kangaroo, a leap that reverberates across the Australian outback. Amid Australia's arid grasslands and dense scrub, one creature has risen to become a global symbol. A tireless jumper, carrying both raw power and a captivating wild beauty. This is the kangaroo. The kangaroo is the largest marsupial in the world, equipped with powerful hind legs and a long, muscular tail that acts as a counterbalance, allowing it to maintain remarkable stability. They can reach nearly 2 meters in height and weigh over 90 kilograms, making each bound feel like a powerful surge through space. Unlike any other mammal, kangaroos move by hopping. With a single leap, they can cover more than 9 meters, reaching speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour, turning the open grasslands into a stage for power and agility. Its thick, powerful tail functions like a third leg, providing support and enabling the kangaroo to deliver devastating kicks when threatened. Kangaroos typically live in groups, known as mobs, which can range from a few dozen to several hundred individuals. Within the group, the dominant male defends the territory and competes for mating rights with the strongest females. At times, adult males challenge one another in unique boxing contests. Bracing themselves upright on their tails, they grapple with their forelimbs and unleash powerful kicks, battling for dominance. The fight ends only when one retreats, leaving the victor standing tall as the reigning ruler. The kangaroo's ability to conserve water is truly astonishing. They can endure many days without drinking, drawing moisture solely from dry vegetation, a perfect adaptation to an unforgiving landscape. One of the most fascinating and remarkable aspects of the kangaroo is how it raises its young. The female has a pouch at the front of her abdomen, where the joey is nurtured during the first months of life. At birth, a kangaroo joey is just over 2 centimeters long, hairless and blind. It must crawl on its own into the mother's pouch, find a milk-rich teat, and grow gradually under the complete protection of that warm shelter. Inside the pouch, the joey spends many months gradually growing fur, opening its eyes, and learning to hop. When it grows large enough, it begins to peek outside, then gradually explores the world, before leaving the pouch entirely to become independent. But nature is never defined by peace alone. Across the silent plains, danger is always close at hand. A pack of native dingoes, their coats glowing golden, spots a group of kangaroos. Footsteps thunder across the ground as the circle tightens. The kangaroo tries to leap away, each bound coming in rapid succession, but the distance keeps closing, and desperation creeps into every breath. A precise strike. The kangaroo collapses amid a cloud of dust. The pack of wild dogs feeds on its hard-won prize. Yet on the grasslands, the lesson of survival remains unchanged. Life is an unending struggle. The kangaroo is not only a symbol of resilience, it is living proof of extraordinary adaptability. In a land as unforgiving as Australia, it survives, thrives, and stands as a source of national pride. Leopard, the soul of the Amazon rainforest. Dawn ignites the Amazon. Dew glistens on the leaves as it slowly drips away. The great river surges forward, and the forest murmurs like a hidden battlefield. Within this vast scene, the jaguar rises, the embodiment of power and fear in the green heart of the rainforest. It moves without making a sound, as if the jungle itself has learned to fall silent in respect of its presence. Every step is an invisible declaration. Wherever it walks, that land belongs to it. It does not race like a cheetah, nor does it rely on a pride like a lion. The jaguar walks alone. Within the dense forest shadows, solitude becomes its armor, turning it into an invisible phantom. Muscles coil tightly beneath the dark rosette coat. Broad shoulders lock like steel hinges. Amber eyes pierce the humid veil. Every fiber tells the same story. Power reserved for a single decisive strike. Its bite is the forest's nightmare. The crushing force shatters turtle shells and pierces the skull of a caiman. It does not need a long chase. Close the distance, lock the jaws, cut the power of its prey in a single motion. The Amazon rainforest is a maze of scents. The jaguar reads that maze with its whiskers and tongue. It marks its territory with scent, scars tree trunks to send its message. Silent yet never ambiguous. Water is its ally. Unlike most big cats, the jaguar embraces the silt-heavy rivers. It slips half-submerged, ears low to the surface, eyes sharpened like arrows. The prey hears nothing. It can only accept its fate. Each individual is a painting of its own. The rosette patterns on the coat differ like fingerprints. And so, the rainforest does not nurture just a species. It nurtures thousands of unique beings, each one impossible to repeat. The jaguar does not roar like a lion. Its voice is low and rough, short and scraping, like a blade dragged across damp wood. The sound feels like a quiet warning. Those who know how to listen will not be foolish enough to take another step. Its territory is drawn by rivers, ancient tree roots, and scent on wet stone. It patrols like a king without a throne. From time to time, it stops and lifts its head, inhaling deeply. No disturbance escapes its notice. Night descends over the Amazon, heavy like a vast curtain draped across the ancient forest. Within nature's symphony, the chorus of insects rises, weaving an invisible drumbeat that drives the rhythm of survival for all living things. The jaguar glides silently along the banks of the Amazon River. Its eyes blaze as they pierce the still surface of the water. In an instant, it plunges like a living spear, a precise strike ending the unlucky fish in a heartbeat. Dawn breaks over the Amazon, the first light gilding the river's rippling surface. Traces of the night's hunt still linger, and within this vivid moment of renewal, the jaguar continues its endless journey of survival. The jaguar is a master hunter, but it also knows fear. When faced with a massive wild buffalo, it does not hesitate to retreat, scrambling up a tree to seek safety. At times, two jaguars meet on a narrow trail. Shoulders rise, tails lash in measured rhythm. A dry hiss scrapes the air like stone against stone. Most encounters end in a controlled retreat. But when they commit, the rainforest gains another color. Then the rain comes down in heavy sheets. Thunder rips across the sky. Wind lashes the canopy apart, forcing even the lord of the ancient forest to retreat into silence. The rainforest needs regulators like it. The jaguar keeps prey populations from exploding. It removes the sick and the slow. Balance is sometimes written with claws. As dusk settles, the Amazon exhales after a surge of life and death. The ruler does not prove strength with words, but through silence, cold resolve, and finality in every hunt. The jaguar is the soul of the rainforest, nature's answer to the art of perfect assassination. There is no noise, no display of power, just a single precise strike, and the forest settles back into silence. To keep the forest is to keep those footprints. To keep the rivers is to keep those amber eyes. As long as the spotted shadow still hides among the leaves, the soul of the Amazon will continue to breathe evenly. Black Panther, the silent demon of the deep forest. In the dense and shadowy jungle, a black shape moves silently through the thick canopy. No sound, no trace, only a chilling sensation, as if something unseen is watching from the darkness. It is the Black Panther, a predator that hunts without a whisper. Unlike its spotted relatives, the Black Panther carries a mysterious jet-black coat, a genetic mutation known as melanism. This dark mantle allows it to melt into the night, turning it into an invisible killer. Its steps are light, almost weightless. Its eyes glow in the darkness. Every movement radiates a deadly elegance. For the Black Panther, hunting is not just instinct. It is the art of patience. Exceptional climbing skills allow it to evade enemies such as wild dogs or tigers, drag its prey up into the trees to avoid theft, and even hunt directly among the high branches. Unlike lions or spotted leopards that hunt across open plains, the black panther chooses dense forests and darkness as its allies. It vanishes behind layers of leaves, hides within every shadow, then suddenly emerges like a living nightmare. In the dim forest light, the black coat slowly fades, revealing a vivid pattern of hidden spots beneath. The wild phantom steps forward in silence, carrying an aura of mystery and quiet dominance. With claws sharp as blades and astonishing climbing ability, the black panther can strike from above, bringing down its prey with a single lethal bite. It does not rely on speed. It waits for the perfect moment to act. The black panther's eyes can pierce the darkness, turning night into an advantage. Even from dozens of meters away, a single subtle movement is enough for it to detect danger and begin its silent pursuit. Though considered rare, the presence of the black panther always reshapes the surrounding ecosystem. It is a silent fear, a predator that even the strongest animals dare not underestimate. On a lush green meadow at the forest's edge, where clusters of trees weave light and shadow together, a small rabbit quietly forages, unaware that it has entered the sights of a silent hunter. Without a sound, without a single warning sign, the black panther bursts forward like an arrow tearing through space. In a moment of life and death, the rabbit flees in blind panic to save itself. But against the black panther's instinct and devastating speed, it is brought down in the blink of an eye. Minutes later, amid the damp carpet of decaying leaves beneath the forest canopy, the predator quietly consumes its prize. No haste, no disturbance, as if the death that just occurred was simply a natural part of this forest's rhythm. Such ambushes are the perfect strategy against small, agile prey. For the black panther, silence is the deadliest weapon it possesses. As the sun climbs higher, the forest awakens in a vibrant symphony. Birds chatter overhead, while the sharp calls of langurs echo through the treetops, resonating across the deep green expanse. In a distant corner, a small river flows quietly, its surface smooth like a mirror. Yet within that stillness, a dark shape lurks in silence, eyes glowing from the shadows. Hunting during daylight is not its advantage. The black coat is easily revealed by light filtering through the deep forest. Yet instinct and patience allow it to turn this disadvantage into an advantage. Beneath a thick layer of decaying leaves at the base of a tree, a massive python lies quietly coiled in rest, its body blending into the damp earth. It has no idea that the forest's sudden nightmare is about to awaken. Seconds later, the rustle of leaves announces the Black Panther's arrival. A confrontation between two masters of predation begins. Claws crash against scales, jaws clamp tight. But with courage and agility, the panther slips free from the crushing coils and delivers a lethal bite to the python's neck, ending it in an instant. In the harsh world of nature, survival alone is not enough to be called victory. For the Black Panther, reproduction is the true mission, a testament to strength, dominance, and absolute authority within the green depths of the forest. The mating season of a female leopard lasts around 5 to 6 days, marked by a distinctive scent that spreads throughout the forest. With its keen sense of smell, the Black Panther quickly detects the signal. Waiting there is a spotted leopard. After mating, the spotted leopard becomes pregnant. The gestation period lasts between 90 and 105 days, a time filled with danger. While the female searches for a safe place to give birth, the male Black Panther silently guards the territory against any rivals that might challenge his mating rights. The spotted leopard chooses a small den hidden beneath dense foliage. There she gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs, tiny, blind, and weighing less than 600 grams. A new life cycle quietly begins, fragile yet full of hope. Under the guidance of their mother, the cubs gradually become familiar with the deep forest, learning how to climb and stalk prey. Instinct slowly awakens, shaping them into some of the most silent and dangerous hunters in the wild. Those cubs will eventually grow up, carrying the Black Panther's rare genetic legacy, and continue writing the legend of the silent phantoms that roam the depths of the jungle. As darkness falls over the forest and the sounds of birds fade away, a shadow appears once more, slipping between the trees. No one hears it, no one sees it clearly, only a quiet shiver spreads through the air. Within the dense darkness of the deep forest, the black shadow silently stalks every step of its prey. No sound, no wasted movement. Then, without warning, a lightning strike tears through the stillness. The deer collapses, and the forest falls silent once again, as if the death that just occurred were nothing more than a gust of wind passing through the night. And so, within the pulse of the wild, the legend of the Black Panther continues to live on. It needs no words. A single glance is enough to leave the entire forest in silence. Giraffe, the giant of the savannah. Sunrise erupts over the African savannah, revealing a golden kingdom awakening. From within that sea of grass, colossal silhouettes rise like living towers. Not trees, not man-made structures. These are giants with legs like pillars holding up the sky. Giraffes, majestic and graceful, yet harboring surprising strength. Male giraffes can reach up to 5.4 meters, females around 4.3 meters, both standing tall with imposing necks, nearly 3 times the height of an adult human. They are the tallest animals on the planet. Their eyes rise above the grass, scanning every movement of predators from hundreds of meters away. Height is not just an advantage, it is a survival weapon. The giraffe's heart is a superlative machine. Weighing over 11 kilograms, it generates twice the pressure of a human heart, propelling blood up to a brain nearly 3 meters above the ground. Without it, every step could topple them or even be fatal. All of these features create a perfect survival machine, yet they also hold secrets few truly understand. They are not just simple leaf eaters. They feed at heights no other species can reach, clearing the way for lower animals like antelopes and zebras to access the foliage. There is a secret hidden beneath this elegant exterior. The endless long neck is not just for feeding, but for fighting. It has just 7 vertebrae like humans, yet each is as large as a baseball bat. And in combat, the neck becomes a massive hammer. When the dry season arrives, the males begin their battle to claim territory and mates. They stand face to face, necks stretched high, eyes blazing. Then a hammer-like swing of the neck strikes down, the sound echoing like thunder. Each blow can tear flesh, break bones, and even take a life. The battle is not just about strength. It is a ritual thousands of years old, where the victor earns the right to pass the strongest genes to the next generation. This is why the giraffe's neck is so long. Not to reach leaves, but to claim dominance and assert the status of a true giant. Female giraffes are resilient mothers. When a calf is born, the herd forms a protective circle, their long legs ready to kick away any predator that dares approach. The calf needs only the few hours to stand and run with the herd, but the first months of life are the harshest test. Predators are always lurking, from lions to hyenas, and even African wild dogs. Only unity, vigilance, and speed can ensure the next generation survives. Every step of the herd is a challenge sent to the entire world of predators. During the day, giraffes move in small herds, their eyes always alert. They feed continuously, with each individual consuming over 30 kilograms of leaves daily, keeping the acacia forests in check. When drinking, they must spread their front legs wide and lower their heads to the ground. In this moment, they are extremely vulnerable. One small mistake, and a hidden lion nearby will strike like a shadow. Therefore, within the herd, a few individuals always take on the role of lookout, scanning all directions. When a warning call sounds, the entire herd bolts like the wind, their long legs gliding across the ground at speeds of up to 60 kilometers per hour. As dusk falls, their towering necks are bathed in the red glow of the setting sun. In that moment, they appear as pillars holding up the entire sky. And perhaps the greatest lesson giraffes teach us is that to survive and rise above, it takes not only strength, but a vision that reaches far beyond all limits.